Pick.
This is chat number 1 and number 2. You're number 1.
Number 1.
You're number
so
1.
I'm P.
Huh? I don't get it.
You're 2. Number 2.
P2.
Doo-doo. No, that's just never mind. That was just disgusting.
All right, we back. Cut that shit. All right, let's go.
A couple things we want to discuss today.
We like to put in a Privacy Act statement for anybody's feelings that's going to get hurt.
Crushed. Anybody's feelings going to get
damaged.
Yes.
Broke down to your very last compound.
See how it sound? A little unrational. A lot of MCs like to use the word dramatical. Fresh for 88, you suckers.
Okay, first up.
Yeah.
First up in the news. You're a black male, or at least you...
Allegedly,
or you...
I want y'all to use your imagination with my voice.
I'm sorry, yes. He's Pakistani. Oh, shit. They're going to get us
I'm like Al-Qaeda mixed with Chico DeBarge a little bit. You know what I mean? And some other Yeah, I mean...
I just really want to know, how do you feel when you turn on the TV or read a newspaper? Well, don't nobody read the newspaper. You go online and you click on one of them sites and you see that another black youth has been shot dead. I mean, Florida is all over the news right now, but it's not the only state. But I really want to know, is this open season on black male youth? What is the deal? People aren't getting time. They're standing their ground and all this other
Here's what it is.
Foolishness.
It's always been open season, right? We're just seeing it now because now it's blatantly in your face. Most of the times you don't hear about this stuff. You're hearing about these trials now because it's entertainment and it's making money. You know what I mean? So the commercials, they're showing the trials on TV. So it's always been open season. Now, the problem is we don't have any black leaders.
Like back in the day.
We don't have anybody that stands up and talks for the community anymore. The churches don't do it. You see, they silent because they have to, clear their taxes. So there's a form they sign that they can't stand up. I know y'all don't know about that, but so they can't speak. So the church doesn't speak. Our black leaders don't speak. You don't hear anything about any of them speaking. So we don't have people standing up and people aren't taking action. Like, there's no way that dude George Zimmerman should be walking around town. Yo, real talk, he should be murked. He should have got popped as soon as he came out the courthouse.
Okay, I gotta say this. Sister Chatter in no way, shape, or form advocates violence against any person, no matter the color, race, gender, creed. We don't roll like that here. I just needed to put that disclaimer out there for you guys.
But that doesn't happen anymore. I'm not advocating violence, but that was a wrongdoing. That could have been any of our kids, girl or boy, and we just let that go.
We're trying to fit into America. I said we. You don't know what color we are. We are all trying to fall up under the same system, judicial, social, economical. And so we have to let the system work, let the law work. But oftentimes it doesn't, and we're seeing that now. But, you did see that a long time ago where somebody would step out of the courthouse and they knew that people would be standing out there waiting on them. That's why they sneak them out of back doors and all this other stuff.
Rick Ross said in this song, "I'm pure nigga." Now, that's a funny statement, right? And the second funny part is he's from Florida. You don't hear any of these NBA people in Florida. You don't hear any of these artists. You don't hear anybody standing up for that because it's apparent they just want to make the money. And that's what you're seeing. That's what you see.
So do you think that should we only have to rely on Al Sharpton? You can go to the same list because the list is the same, right?
No.
It's 2014. It's the same list.
But I could tell you this. If that was my daughter, I might wait a year or two. You know what I'm saying? I might wait a couple months, but I could tell you I might not actually do it, but...
We just went through this. Insert disclaimer here. Something would happen.
Whatever color we are, we know enough goons and we know cousins. You got crazy cousin Tyrone down there in North Kakalaki. Everybody got a June bug in their family. June bug gonna have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I got a June bug.
I know you got a June bug. Everybody got June bug.
It shouldn't have to be that way, though. I mean, what is the problem?
It's how it is. It's open. See, they feminizing these guys, making them wear. Come on now, wearing stretch pants, skinny jeans. Like, they're feminizing the black man, and they taking them out too at the same time. So
I just want to know, where is it like where you're from? I mean, you don't have to say. You can just.
No, I'm from CT. Okay. That's Connecticut. I put mine on. You know what I mean?
You from CT?
Yeah.
What is it like as far as the police presence? Is brutality a problem?
Let me say this. That's a whole nother subject. Well, all across the nation, the police right now, they not having it. You can look at any case in the last 2-3 years. Cops are not having it. They're not asking questions. They're not taking people in. They're basically shooting to kill you.
Y'all already know. Insert disclaimer here.
So as a black person, just note what I just said. They not taking you in. They not coming to your house with no warrants. They basically coming to kill you, and they'll answer the questions later. And that's across the nation. Something happened in the nation where it changed from innocent until proven guilty. Now you're guilty, and you have to prove your innocence. Mm-hmm. And if they even possibly think you could prove your innocence, they taking you out. Straight up.
Or evidence is missing.
Anything you want to name, but they're not playing like they used to.
I mean, that kind of reminds me of the whole stand your ground situation where my issue with the whole thing is whether people are trying to claim stand your ground as a defense. But what I cannot understand and what bothers me the most is, okay, because it's been several cases, right, where somebody ran out of gas, somebody had a car wreck, they survive a car wreck to get out of their car at night to go get help, ring somebody's doorbell, and get killed. Mm-hmm. That pisses me off more than anything that I've heard in the news, seriously, in a long time.
If you don't have...
outside of kids being...
If you don't have the country changing, right, based on... these laws aren't effective like they were anymore. People have changed since those laws came out. The laws have changed so much that if we're not, as a country, and I put this on the whole nation, if you're not updating your rules and laws based on, you can't just kill these young kids because you scared. This dude said turn the radio down. The kid was like, no. I would have been killed probably like 15 times as a teenager the way I talked to an adult. That's just the way it was. That's what kids do. Any color kid does that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So
I don't understand how someone can claim fear, but you can open your door, step outside of your door. I have not heard one case where the person was actually trying to seriously break in or got in the house and they were killed. The scared person had to open their door, go outside, put themselves in harm's way, and then kill a person. And I still don't understand how people are getting away with that.
I don't know. I get real fiery and animate about that subject. So it's hard for me to talk about it because that could be anybody's kids. Think of the most innocent kid you know right now. Mm-hmm. That could be that kid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think now with everything that's going on, in the news, I think so many people are now just doing Google searches so they can find injustice, okay? Because if another person sends me a crazy article about something that happened that I had not heard, but each one of them has been either a black person killed or somebody black is serving time on a bogus charge. And the one that somebody sent me last night was the 8-year-old kid that was outside playing and some grown man shot him in the face. Okay, and he fell, he hit the ground, then he jumped up, he was scared, he ran in his house, and asked his mom for some water. And she looked at him, because I guess he was hot, he got shot. So he got shot? He was a kid, he was 8. I'm sure he knew he got shot, but you don't know how you're going to react. So it knocked him down, he jumped up, he ran in his house, and he's like, Mom, can I have some water? And then she grabbed him and then just started, because it was a hole in his face. So she grabbed him.
Yeah, I ain't laughing, but
damn. This is serious, right? So she grabbed him and she started doing, compresses against his face so he wouldn't bleed out or whatever. They got him to the hospital. Once they got him to the hospital, they had to put him in a medically induced coma. This kid is 8 years old, and it's just some older white guy. Yeah, I shot him with no good reason. I don't understand.
I mean,
it's
once again.
You want to call certain races thugs?
It's open season. And that's my point. Where's all the thugs at? Where's all the dudes that's crazy? Why are they not doing nothing protecting these kids? You know what I mean? And that's where it comes down to for me.
No, I was talking about the flip side of that, where we want to call every black person a thug that does something. It's been on TV.
Yeah, that's the term. That's the term they use now.
That's the new N-word.
That's the scary term. Like, luckily Tupac ain't out here. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's the term they're using now. Like, there could be a whole nother,
But from what I'm seeing, blacks ain't the only quote-unquote thugs. It's just that you got one. Might have one race.
Your color being black automatically. I don't care if you were in a tuxedo.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't care if you're an NFL player.
And my daddy told me that a long time ago. He's like, I don't care what kind of car you got, what kind of suit you got on, whatever you doing, they always gonna look at you like that. And he told me that when I was probably like 6 or 7, and I never forgot it. And it's true to this day. Because none of them kids in that Michael Dunn case were thugs. Right. They might have been little kids and we just do what we do, but they was not thugs. We know what a thug is. They wasn't a thug. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if they was thugs, they would have got out of the car. They would have handled the situation. It would have been a whole different outcome if they were true thugs.
If they were thugs, that dude wouldn't have said nothing. You feel me?
Right.
I done see some motherfucker, some people I'll be like, let me lock my door.
I'm black and I ain't trying them. Right.
You gotta know who you. So he seen some kids and thought he could just overpower them and say that in that case. And that case is probably the microcosm of all of America, right there in a nutshell.
Seem like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear yacht, yacht, yacht. Fresh out of school, cause I was a high school grad.
Let me tell you, I love it when old school and new school rap merge, especially on some decent This Kendrick and this Cube, this was my favorite jam by Cube of all time. Bird in the Hand. And this is why I love Kendrick. Young, fresh face in the game. It was needed. It was time. I mean, I love old school, West Coast, East Coast. It doesn't matter for me. I like good music. And Kendrick is reaching back, bringing back funky, fresh memories for me. I'm actually enjoying rap all over again. I'm serious because rap was some crap for a minute. Also need to give a shout out to BDP. I sampled a little snippet from My Philosophy, 35 seconds, into the podcast. Of course, no copyright infringement intended, just feeling the vibe and keeping it live. Sis Chat.